Hello and welcome. I am Mundane Failure, and this is BNR time. Let's talk. So today, Wizards announced that Time Warp is banned in Historic. They jumped straight to the ban list. They didn't put it on reserved or restricted or whatever they call it when they half ban a card in Historic. And let's look at their reasoning. In the recent Strixhaven Championship, 5 of the top 8 and all of the top 4 Historic decks were Jeskai turns prominently featuring Time Warp. In addition to the results of this event, our ladder play data from Historic also shows this to be an extremely powerful deck that is challenging for many other decks to disrupt and boast very few bad matchups. I think that this is true. The deck does have very few bad matchups, especially considering that the deck can kind of go off on turn 4 if you're doing it right. And I don't think that the issue, though, is Time Warp. I think that the issue with the deck is Mizzix Mastery. A way that this deck can go off on turn 4 is that you put a Magma Opus in the bin on turn 2, and then on turn 3, you Mizzix Mastery bag a Magma Opus, dome the opponent for 4, make a 4/4, draw 2 cards. Or you bin a Magma Opus on turn 2, and then on turn 4, you sacrifice your clue token to Indomitable Creativity, and you put a Velomachus Lorehold into play, and you cast a free Time Warp, and then you take an extra turn, and then you cast a Mizzix Mastery, which lets you cast your Time Warp from the graveyard. The issue is not Time Warp. 4 copies of Time Warp in your deck is going to let you take 4 extra turns in total. But 4 copies of Time Warp plus 4 copies of Mizzix Mastery lets you take 8 extra turns. And Mizzix Mastery is the card that breaks cards like Time Warp. And let's read on. Though we often see that the metagame adjusts to tournament results like these, when the deck involved has play patterns that prevent the opponent from playing the game, and when our data suggests that it lacks a significant number of bad matchups, we favor acting quickly. For these reasons, Time Warp is banned in Historic. They then go on to talk about how Brainstorm could be a problem, but they don't think that it is the main problem. And I don't think Brainstorm should even be on the radar right now. Again, the issue is Mizzix Mastery. Historic is not being ruined, or was not being ruined, by Time Warp. Historic, the issue is Mizzix Mastery. When you can deal 4 damage straight to the opponent, make a 4/4, and draw 2 cards on turn 3, or on turn 4, start taking extra turns, that is the issue. On turn 6, if you have enough treasures, you can cast 3 Time Warps from the graveyard, you can cast Prismari Command from the graveyard, you can cast a Magma Opus from the graveyard. That's the issue. And so I think Wizards really dropped the ball on this one. My opinion is that you should ban the not the card, the quote fair Magic card. I think that you should ban the enabler, and the enabler in this situation is Mizzix Mastery. It goes back to when they banned Thassa's Oracle instead of Tainted Pact. The deck didn't die, it just got a little weaker. If you want to get rid of the deck, you ban Tainted Pact. When there's still a Jace that allows you to win with that combo, the deck is still there. Yeah, it's slightly less powerful and it wins a little less consistently, but that deck is still unfun to play against. You didn't get rid of the problem. You just lowered it significantly on the meta. And it's the same issue here. The deck is still going to exist. There's going to be another card that they print that is breakable with Mizzix Mastery and Velomachus Lorehold. And the deck will come back and they'll have the same problem. And maybe then they'll see that Time Warp is not the problem. Maybe then they'll ban Mizzix Mastery, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed the video, comment, subscribe if you want to. If not, that's fine. I still love and appreciate you anyways.